Welcome back to 123 Kimchi. Now is the perfect time for 양파김치 or onion kimchi. Freshly harvested summer onions are still so fresh and tender, and they're made for this refreshing Jeolla-do style kimchi. Jeolla-do is the southern province of Korea known for its onions and is home to this classic summer kimchi. It's crisp, lightly tangy, and pairs beautifully with Korean barbecue, especially samgyeopsal grilled pork belly. And as it ferments, it develops a yogurt-like flavor that's very distinct. An initial harsh bite and spiciness of the onion naturally mellows away.
Start with 1 kilogram of small sweet onions. You'll notice they have thin skins, which is a good sign of freshness and tenderness. Because the skins are so thin, they can be tricky to peel. Just soak them in water for 5 to 10 minutes and they'll peel like magic. Since they're small, just quarter them. For slightly larger ones, cut them into 6 or 8 pieces.
Sweet onions are ideal, but if you're using regular onions, make sure they're freshly harvested and small in size. Older storage onions can taste too sharp, and that's the secret to onion kimchi that's crisp and never harsh from the beginning to the end.
In a bowl, combine fish sauce, coarse sea salt, and water, and stir until the salt is fully dissolved. Toss well with the onions and let it sit for 20 minutes, and flip it once halfway through. Then drain for 10 minutes, but do not rinse them, as we'll use the flavorful brine in the seasoning paste. While the onions are draining, let's make the kimchi paste. In a small saucepan, whisk together flour and water, bring it to a boil over medium heat, then reduce the heat to low and simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. Let it cool to room temperature. In a mixing bowl, combine the cooled flour slurry, gochugaru, Korean red chili powder, minced garlic, and minced ginger. Add a few slices of green onion for color if you'd like, but this part is optional.
If your onion still has leaves attached, go ahead and slice it and toss that in too.
As you mix, you'll notice the paste a bit thick. That's when we add the brining liquid we saved earlier. Add the brining liquid to loosen the paste and stir until smooth and glossy. Now add the drained onions and toss gently until evenly coated. Even though we added the brine to the paste, it's important to drain it from the onions first. This helps the paste coat them better. Onion kimchi is all about keeping the crispness, so handle them gently. Pack everything into a clean jar, pressing lightly to remove air pockets. To make sure we don't waste any of the seasoning, add quarter teaspoon of sea salt and quarter cup of water into the mixing bowl, swirl, and pour it into the jar. Add a fermentation weight on top and let it ferment at room temperature for 1 to 2 days. You'll notice more liquid being released from the onions, and the brine may start to bubble slightly. It'll also develop a light tang. At this point, make sure all the onions are submerged in the kimchi juice, then transfer it to the fridge. The kimchi will continue to ferment slowly at cooler temperatures. It's best enjoyed after 1 to 4 weeks when the spiciness mellows out and the flavor becomes crisp, tangy, and balanced. If it goes too sour, it makes an amazing kimchi stew as well. This batch has been around 2 weeks already, so let's try it. It's crunchy, savory, and refreshing. A spoonful of the kimchi juice has this subtle yogurt-like tang that's so unique. It goes well with anything, but do try it with sizzling summer barbecue.
Make this while the newly harvested onions are still in season, through late summer and even into early autumn in some regions. You can make it all year round with sweet onions too. And as always, enjoy the process and happy kimchi making!